history of America is one of our great foundations. Part of that history took place in Massachusetts, just outside of Boston, when Paul Revere was on the other side of the Charles River, waiting to see, one if by two, one if by land, two if by sea, I on the other shore will be, ready to spread the alarm to every village and farm. Well, the English were going to march to Lexington and Concord to capture the ammunition depot in Concord. When the English marched and got to Lexington, Paul Revere had arisen various farmers and ranchers, people like that in Massachusetts, to meet them and stop them from going on. At that time, the history shows us that the English, who were called Tories, met the Americans on the green of Lexington, and the first shot was fired. The shot that was heard around the world. One of the Americans died. No English did. The Tories kept marching on to Concord. And Paul Revere and others had risen up, other Minutemen who met the English Tories at the Concord River. And there, they defeated the Tories and sent them back. When an army is defeated, although they fight in a very organized method, once defeated, they just run any way they could, and so the Tories started running back to Boston as fast as they could. And as they came along, it was a great opportunity for the Minutemen, because the Minutemen had been trained to fight by the Indians, and the Indians said, instead of getting in big lines and attacking, what you do is you get behind a tree and you shoot them when they come by. And that's what the Minutemen did to the Tories. They got behind trees and they would shoot them as they ran by. Now there was one Minuteman who happened to raise chickens. Well, fighting chickens, these fighting cock chickens. And so he ran home and he got him his chicken. And he stood behind a tree. And when the English Tory ran by, he threw the chicken in the Tory's eyes and captured them. And that, in America, is the first recorded history of chicken cacciatori.